right. Hi, I'm Angelique Roche. I am hosting here at Ace Comic Con. And I am so excited because I'm not joined by just one Evans, but two Evanses. The Evans brothers, Chris and Scott Evans, for Ace Comic Con today to have a little bit of a conversation. Hi, y'all.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. It literally feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say it feels like it was yesterday. It feels like it's been a billion years.
It's been a billion years. I mean, it's been an eventful year. And Scott, this is my first time actually meeting you digitally.
Yes, but it still feels like it was just yesterday.
It's just yesterday or 5 minutes ago.
Sure.
So I'm really excited. Y'all have such a fun and interesting career. I got a shout out to all of the fans. We got over 2,000 questions. Everybody wants to know all the things. But let's start off with the basics. I don't want to ignore the fact that we're in a panorama, a pandemic, a personal pan pizza, however people want to say it. And you guys have been having a scary, fun time over the last couple of months. You know, it's been well established y'all are both really close. You know each other very well. You know, how has it been? You've had some time cohabitating. There's some scare wars going on. Like, what has the last year been like for y'all? And what is your creative routines? Like, how has that changed or adjusted since y'all have been kind of having some more brother time? I'll leave it at that.
Sure. Well, we spent almost all of 2020 together. You know, he bailed out of LA when everything went down last March, and he just kind of, you know, hit out with me in Massachusetts in my house, and you know, we became kids again. We were just playing games, and yeah, we did start scaring each other. When did we start doing that? Was that around the house?
It wasn't until like December, and I don't even know why it started. It was just like one night I got a really good one, and I was like, wow, these reactions are incredible. Let's keep going. And then he stepped up his game for sure, and was like running around the house when I was like walking.
You know, I didn't even post that one yet.
I
know you had one when you was leaving the garage, and I went out a different exit, ran around the house, and I was a good one. Problem is, it was dark. You couldn't really see your facial expressions.
Which was the fair enough, because
your
we made
scares
the rule
aren't as good. You just kind of freeze. You know what I mean? You don't really let it out. You just kind of lock up.
That's the younger sibling thing, though. Look, Scott, I'm the younger sibling, so I get it. There's always gonna be that little bit of a gap, and like that's the older brother, and they're always gonna know you more because there was about 4 or 5 years you didn't know yourself that they knew more about you.
Well, exactly, and then you just become them. It's like I don't know myself, but I should be like him. I'm gonna do what he's doing.
We just gotta get you the rest of the beard to go with the mustache, and it's...
I had it yesterday.
Yeah. That's the number one question we should be talking about: the mustache.
I mean,
Bobby here, you had one for a while, so hey, I'm just you're my influence. So.
Look, it's impressive, first of all. Okay, so but you scared each other, which clearly is a form of creativity. I'm gonna stretch on that one. But have y'all picked up each other's habits? Did Scott I just looked at him anyway, I already had his habits, but like, did you guys end up learning some things from each other?
Well, it was funny because when we first, he said last year it was going to be like a 2-week lockdown. He was like, come home for it. And I was like, all right. And I was home with him, and then 2 weeks turned into 3, and then 4, and then 2 months and 3 months. And we started, like he said, it was just, instead of picking up on each other's habits, we wanted to just kind of relive stuff that we used to do growing up. And we got some wiffle balls and a wiffle ball bat. We were playing Mario Kart every day. We made a list of a bunch of movies that we hadn't seen in a while, and it was like Rockadoodle and The Page Master and all these titles.
I'm sorry, did you say Rockadoodle?
Rockadoodle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we watch Rock? I don't know. It was on the list. Did we get to Rockadoodle?
Oh, we watched Rockadoodle, and I think the whole time we were just like, this. We weren't sure if it quite.
It's about a rooster who's a rockabilly.
Up as well, though. What were some other ones we watched?
We watched American Tail, which
American Tail,
honestly,
Fievel?
That one holds up. That one's great. We didn't get to Fievel Goes West, though, did we?
No, we did not get to Fievel Goes West, but it was a huge list, and we still have a ton left on the list.
Yeah.
So now it's like when we're home.
I feel like there's a group watch that has to happen with Fievel Goes West, and I feel like this is the thing that needs to happen.
Yeah, Care Bear movies, we knocked them out. I mean, this whole interview could just be about
clearly, there's some things we need to talk about in regards to movie watching and everything, because these all also seem animated, which I truly enjoy. Is that you've not said one live action movie yet.
No, it was mostly animated movies.
Follow That Bird. Follow That Bird was live action. Hard animated.
Which is like not exactly a departure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have to ask, y'all clearly are not living together right now, or I would hear each other in the same room. You know, where did we leave the scare wars off? Because I know folks are going to ask who was winning. And I already kind of know who say they were winning. I'm just wondering how this is about to pan.
How many we've shared with people. I think I have more points, but I know that he has some stored in his arsenal that he could pull out.
I still have a couple. I just didn't post them. They weren't good enough. But this isn't over. I mean, I think this is just going to keep going. I mean, we have a problem. We like doing this anyway. I love scaring people. I kind of love to be scared. I think it's like a really, I mean, don't everyone out there.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, don't. That was not an invitation.
but it is, you know, it's a fun thing. I can't help but laugh when it happens.
I love it. All right, so we cannot go through this interview without stating the obvious. You played a well-known role, Chris, Steve Rogers. I don't know if you remember playing Captain America for
vaguely, yeah,
a long extended amount of time. Yeah. You know, but now folks have really enjoyed all these other great things. We got all these great things. Like last time we talked, it was 2 years ago before you even passed the mantle, right? Like you right. Couldn't say anything. But one of the things that happened is you did have this adorable moment with a service dog who is to this day one of everyone's favorite clips. Also, every now and very, very curious. How is Dodger? Is he doing well? How is his recovery? And will he make a cameo?
He's doing very well. I don't know that he'll make a cameo. He's in the other room napping. I mean, we're still in the window of giving him meds to try and, you know, knock his energy down a little bit, because he was, you know, 2 days after surgery, this guy's bouncing off the walls. It's unbelievable. He's incredibly spry. I mean, he's recovered even quicker than the first time around. But we just had his little 2 or 3 week post operation checkup, and everyone said he's doing great. And, you know, I think it's going to be a seamless recovery, but yeah, we're still trying to just take it easy and make sure we don't have any hiccups down the line.
I love it. All right, so back to Captain America for 2 seconds. I got one question. So, as I said, we didn't talk about the fate of Steve Rogers. Now everyone knows the fate of Steve Rogers. He got the girl, which personally, that's all I wanted. I would be very real. I was like, he got the girl. Steve deserved love. But now Steve, he does. Well, Steve has now passed on the mantle, and Steve's 2 best friends are now... they have their own show, an original exclusive on Disney Plus. There is nothing we can say about the show. We are not going to discuss any details. I am sorry for all of those fans waiting for something to drop. Not going to do it. But what I am going to ask, did you have any words of wisdom IRL for Sebastian Stan and Anthony as you kind of passed on this mantle? And then Steve's best friends, all of them, even Sharon Carter, all of them are going to be in this really great show.
Sure. No, not really. I mean, you know, Seb has been there since as long as I've been there. You know what I mean? Seb's the first Captain America. I was right there with the guy. So I think it might have felt a little, you know, pretentious to try and pass on wisdom. Plus, those guys are so skilled. They've been a part of the Marvel machine. They know those roles so well. And they're in really good hands. Marvel knows what it's doing. I mean, I'm thrilled. I can't wait to see this show. Because Marvel is really moving into the streaming world pretty seamlessly and pretty dominantly. I mean, I've yet to see any WandaVision episodes, but every single day it's trending. You know what I mean? So people are loving it. So again,
it's great. I watched it.
He's got the
Scott's like, you may not have watched it, but I did.
I watched every second of it.
Feige is king. You know.
All right, so how excited are you? Clearly, I think you've already answered this question. You seem pretty excited to see the evolution of all these characters.
Yeah. Well, those two specifically, I mean, they really kind of found, somewhere, I think around Civil War, they kind of found this sort of routine going back and forth. And in real life, they gel so well. It's Marvel has such a knack for reinventing characters and finding a new. They don't just trace the same lines. They make it something fresh and unique, and it blooms in a way. So yeah, I'm excited to see that friendship become something funny and special.
I love it. Okay, so I got one more question, and then we're going to slip into some stuff that I'm really excited about asking both of you about. So, dude, your life has evolved majorly since all of that. You've got so many things. You've got The Gray Man, Little Shop of Horrors, which honestly, as a theater, musical kid, drama club nerd, I am so excited to see what's coming from that. Bermuda, Lightyear. Like, fans are extra excited, though, about Buzz Lightyear as the Disney spinoff and your role in Little Shop of Horrors. What, if anything, can you tell us, and how excited are you? Also, as you grew up in theater, like both of you, like you are theater folk, right? As they say. How excited! It's Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, believe me, it's in our blood. Yeah, I mean, I'm over the moon about it. Buzz, I can't tell you much about. Little Shop, it hit the brakes for a minute. Just it had some budget issues. When COVID hit, all of a sudden these budgets for films go through the roof, trying to make it a safe place to go to work. So the discussions stalled a bit to a point that I was calling my team saying, "Hey, what's going on with Little Shop? What's going on with Little Shop? Who do I have to talk to? What do I have to do?" I actually just emailed Berlanti, the director.